So I think one of the biggest things they've got to do to adapt is really become aligned to the business strategy. I guess one of the things, and so I'm sure you're seeing it in the US as well, is the business is changing very quickly, strategy is changing very quickly. So the L&D function, rather than reacting to that, they've got to be along that journey and really start having that crystal ball almost to say, right, what's the training that's going to be needed in the future, and start developing, planning for that going forward. And then also then making sure that their tech stack and tools are ready for it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what I've seen is that, the L&D function has to realize that they are in service to the business. And so they really need to understand the business needs as their customers. And understand how they're viewed and perceived currently in how they're supporting the business. And so to your point about, really aligning with the strategy, it's sort of first and foremost, because what you're finding is, the business, if they don't see the value in the L&D organization, they're finding ways to deliver learning and to design and develop the learning on their own. Yeah. So there's sort of a risk that L&D becomes irrelevant. Really focusing on the business as their customer, understanding their business, aligning to the strategy and the needs of the business is critical to exist as an organization.
Yeah, be fully integrated into that journey all the way along there, don't they? And then it becomes relevant. The end users really do see what's in it for them and get the best from it, I guess.
Some of what I think is happening is really for the L&D organizations to be thinking more about delivering learning in the moment of need. That's really critical. The way in which people learn, the way in which they need to acquire the training is not all about just that initial need, to train a new employee or to get them skilled, but really sort of that life cycle of learning, at various moments, and sort of setting themselves up structurally and with the technologies that they're putting in place to be able to support learning in this new way across the different moments is a critical shift that learning organizations need to work on in order to deliver the value to the business.
Yeah, it makes sense. I suppose as well they've got to be aware that training's not those end users' business. It could be selling more finance, selling more service, repairing cars or whatever. So the learning function's got to really make sure that access to training's easy, it's credible, and really relevant to the end user's work. And that way it will create that pull. But they have to have an expectation that we're generating efficiencies across businesses, that training is a precious time taken out of the business. So it's got to be made accessible, but as we said, easy to access. And it doesn't really impact the business. So your point about in the flow of work is so important now than ever before.